Inti mo gospel fun what's no film. So when you da me do urban gospel da hey ma fa no personal. Oh ya na nkofo say eh na abadenti no urban gospel a etum na etsimi why dey reach gospel for enyi America won e kire da be. Me pede gospel industry, gospel ministry of an entampa ufra. The issues that is going on although bika. Obi anka gospel for nwa Yesu banenyen. Oh, mezama nyame na adzena rokodo. Nyankopon so nye baby a no kade fama nyame. Odu baby a you need to open your mouth and talk. It is when you talk. Why there ejina ho na bibi hia ehia bibi na akọ papa ho na adekoro ne embisa. Na ehia adekoro no so. Embisa wo papa be den wehu de embisa. And there ye baby bisa there. Should churches, Ghanaian churches start setting up record labels? 90% of gospel ministers are wobenyina no wo fi chapel na woba ma chapel most of the time where mo wana ye na worship na wa man microphone na we lead praises na wa man microphone mo we lead na anyen we are the artist is left to themselves to fend for themselves so far as their career is concerned in Tierbisa or there Ghanaian churches what shall I say no set a record label sana and one hour back come home my very own Selassie Brown. Selassie Akwaba.
That's Munia.
You are looking beautiful as
Thank
usual.
you. You are also looking splendid.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. And then I have my beautiful Hetty Koji. Hetty Akwaba.
That's it.
Now, what's spicy? What's spicy? No matter show.
That's the whole point. It complements that. And I say a few, you know, that's the whole. That's how you came.
Auntie, I should know.
No.
Yes,
that is how it is. That's how it was bought.
Absolutely.
But your colors, okay now. You're pink and blue or.
Pink and blue.
Okay.
I'm for pink and blue.
Brilliant. Me hook you up.
Hook me up. I know. Oh, come on. Hetty.
Yes.
What chapel?
Royal House Chapel.
Abba branch.
Maryland branch, USA.
But I was Ghana neck.
Ahimfie.
A circle Kanishi.
Yes.
Royal House or record label.
You need record label, but I can confidently say the church is supportive from my perspective, looking at other churches.
Okay.
Because Reverend some Apostle some Cryubia, like apart from say you be a convention of saints or be feature recording artists or more sorry how to project their ministry and as be a blessing to the people of God. No, they hardly will bring a superstar outside of the church. They usually will want to use the people that they have, and that also builds the confidence of Kofonomo. Apart from that, no Kofo yeah, the yomo yearly concerts and experiences now, or buy a best support or raise funds more or catch us sorry for say would be everybody should come out and support, and that I don't see a lot of people doing in their various churches. So I think that is his way of also supporting the other artists. And I think he's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job.
Yes.
Beautiful. Selassie.
Yes.
But you are Apostolic
Empowerment.
Apostolic Empowerment Danceman. But your chapel was supported.
Very much.
In which way?
Was support by sharing. My pastor would call me in his scaffold BBA. We don't have a label, but and also his little way to let you know that I'm with you. He puts his best foot forward.
So in fact, that conversation, and I was trying very much then Menya Ninoi so now I join, but then Obi Nate will join us on chair or join him on Zoom. I wanted these two people. I wanted Ninoi specifically because Ninoi or topic we raised that there. Sierra churches now, even if you don't have a record label, nka able to me there, so for or preach wahamonum. Selassie Brown is an artist in the church. Selassie botum we dinechi. Okwa on dinechi keke, do okwa perform keke. Or dinechi okwa perform wo botua na kawo. That aside, no program chrono okwa perform ono suffering ke preach wasena or ma awo the chance to also perform at no. Ebenya other followers,
right?
Wo hormonum. Ebia asofo for so wababa. They would love your ministration. No one so we invite you, not chede olitremuko. But Ghana sofo or kaye most Ghana sofo or kaye programmer amo bearer. protocol for be bien na we di nechi eyi kita na bible eyi kita na anointing oil na ku kita na handkerchief na we di nechi na wako. Meanwhile there are artists in the church anko botum na watch one zako. Selassie, what is your take on that one?
My take me there. Some of the pastors you'd go with them or no boko, but the thing most of the time is that pastor now we're inviting on Kede bring a musician on board because usually they also have their musicians over one chapel. Oh bandema, I don't know, it means to your selfishness, but I also feel there. And also it's on a time to shine. It's usually pede ibedi kra albert onyoma mani you not properly introduce you to the people so that they will also accept your ministry. I think that so what has there I know your ministry and it's becoming or it has become your career, then you'd have a proper conversation with pastor there. See, I'm ready which Miss Ma, they give you honorarium. I'm deserving of that honorarium. Usually so from back there because you are why and today mentorship, he's mentoring you, so you are not supposed to get monies for what you do. You know, there should be some conversations around that.
Hattie,
yes.
Letting them know that it is now a profession. This is what you do to bring money in. And the those and the answer, in America there, I see a lot of pastors as exploiters. Or the Bible as be exploiter. Or in Yamine Juman area, you don't have to be paid. But on the same Yamine Jumano, okay, yeah, Bojiska. Inti ewa chapel, na say oye chapel, wo hune day, no matter how professional you may be, no matter the level you have gotten to. So far as oye chapel nkotin or enyankopon nejuma perform free, how would you handle that?
So I would say that from my church, my pastor Kwanya, we do go to other states to go and minister. Usually he will go with a musician in the church, and we are blessed to have a couple of them, and I'm really honored that most of the time I do go with him. As we speak right now, there's an upcoming event also called Canada Ecoya Ministry, and I was supposed to be part of the team. We're just going just this week, but I had to be in Ghana, so I didn't go. So until I make us say maybe the Royal House structure is a little bit favorable to us, but pastor will not go and preach somewhere that I will follow, that they will pay me like at the same time they are paying him. So the only say Obe introduce you as a recording gospel artist, and then what I have noticed most of the time, to say, after we've left that program, I saw a programmer, me invite him, especially as a guest artist, to be on their program, and then from then they pay me for being there as an artist, right? And see, I feel say me momono following him around, going to all these places has opened those doors because or quite the way Obe introduce you and or any administration you are doing it with him because I know you'll be he struggles when people are not flowing with him because he be only no more the administration. So usually he likes to travel with somebody in the church who knows how to flow with him and he knows when to raise the right song. Since I think that has been to our advantage. So wherever you are, Reverend Emmanuel Agomi, I salute you. Thank you for being so supportive all these years. God bless you.
God bless him. So lastly, now let's look at the business aspect of this whole thing. Now, Hetty Achim, how the church is helping her. It's been beneficial to her. But Sanka Chaperno or set a record label officially. Now, what's in Kratelo to do? They are support to my Yadamadi. Yadiskade Yadishim. Sika Obabano. This is the percentage that will come to us. In this case, no, onye ono pe ena oba benefit from or perform wa no nyomo kwofo botto na ade streaming na ade in a percentage would go to the church. San ko no so oboboa chapo no we raise sky enyeme pide yo.
Che oboboa pa just this evening, my sister Noroka Day. It would be good and would not lose people like Kwame Eugene to secular music. Would not lose.
Mapa oye obi na teacher. He waited for us for quite a while and sana or driving a makacha and the unpack.
Oh, okay.
Na on join. Na yen have just 10 minutes. Na ye wia what you do. Obi mbocha mo akwa.
Mejo obi ni aba wia boko.
Yes, unfortunately, menti obi nanka waha. Inti director Mpocho Shana Mam Sound wo studio ha monom na metu mats nanka. Obi, one wo fie de sisi amete wonka. Obi Pocho yam come straight. Incoming MP Adentan constituency. Campaign manager man mutsina ha munimi. Campaign manager. Obi, inti yarishe Ghanaian churches setting up record labels. Esha, is it something in the right direction or the churches no embrace?
Okay, thank you. Let me greet them. I think that it's in the right direction. It be some question now. Why? Because the majority of 1 hour consume gospel music in our church. And if that's the market, the church has a role to play in the kind of a new gospel artists, what's about out. And see, if you notice, when the church is able to get involved with this record label, we'll have some sanity, we'll have some control. When it comes to the music production, the attitude that other gospel artists, we should be, they will help control these things. And it's very, very important for the church and for the gospel artists as well.
Now, Obi, in a lot of churches, I would speak based on the few churches that I've been to and I know. Chapel PD even if they set up committee, getting people to chair the committee or head these committees, getting people to chair the various groups now. It is not really based on qualification. It is based on favoritism. Inti so set up record label. Na say one task that this is a business that has to be run as a business. Now onye adodo way ende Mr. So and so menyene ye fine or contribute to CKP or a church building project mintimum for no shahana man for no shahade ya obey dan na record label no wetum na wage na nanando.
Well, let me just state this clear there. Record label or a best venture on your charitable entity, on your philanthropic environment, or a business, you invest a lot of money into the churches should not probably even get so involved. They can get a rep to set it up.
Okay.
Now on run them record label, no, but the church is involved, and it could be just really for gospel artists. Not necessarily there what a church now can say man them record label, because probably they don't have the knowledge about handling the record label. But imagine the ICGC and our Royal House and our keepers or Academy want you to manage a record label. Then I'll bring my expertise on board. I'm working for somebody, and then I'll be able to handle the record label very well with all the materials and elements today, and that will help the record label run well. Most often, the churches cannot handle the record label themselves. They need people who have knowledge about how to handle record label. One of the demands on your necessary there. Once is a record label for the church, it should be given to an elder in the church or contribute and now be on contribute and be educated and uneducated. Record label is a serious business and it has to be taken serious. And for me, them record label conversation, I think that most churches feel that one day they will run. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. The pastors or the churches can be or rally behind somebody or give somebody that contract or that bidding or the major man. That is how it works. Because Steve, you need a lot of technicalities to run the record label.
Yeah.
And if the church doesn't have the know-how, obeys it. Even young praise and worship leaders were unable to handle them. Well, how much more record label? You understand me? Yes. So yes. So it goes beyond just the church having it. The church can be the brain, can be the financier, but they need people who have the knowledge to run a record label. It shouldn't be in the whims and caprices of the pastor, now the elders, and now the kings of the church. No, if it's a business, because I can invest into talent, and in investing into the talents, there is promotion, there is branding, there is a whole lot of things about the contract, and all these things. No, and and the church gets to involve. And I am a bit clumsy. Okay, now if you baby you'll be expecting more as an artist, a record label or Because don't forget that a record label can be by a church, but those who will be on the record label to bring business to should not necessarily be from the church.
From the church. Okay.
Because of a business.
Okay.
And so you need people who will be able to promote your record label for you to get your returns. That's you understand the point. Yes. And for me, the idea of the church getting involved is fantastic. It will help regulate a lot of stuff, but it should be within the ventures or the environment of people who have the know-how to be able to do this well.
Obi, Erica say, Marjana Kodo. First question, and I'll give a reason why I'm asking this question. Is the church or is the Ghanaian Christian, the Ghanaian believer, ready to understand that, say, if Chaperone say there was set record labels, this is a business entity? Maybe Sadamazi, because in Penny P, say, Obi say, Chapera set up school, but church member to school fees. Chapera to hospital, but church member kwa, although tia fees or hospital home before they are attended to. Is a Ghanaian believer ready to understand that these are businesses and on your charitable organization, whatever the Bobwa amount for?
Well, I think it's a very good question. And let me just say that there is a thing like what a church be before you engage in such an activity and such a project, you need to draw the line. Churches, those churches that have a university, they will tell you it's a business. And if you do, most of them, it's not even the pastors or the church people who run it. They take professionals. Record label, you require a professional to run it. Hospital, you require professionals to run it. Schools, they have professionals. So it's a professional event. You will need professionals to run it, and the church should understand that we are looking at harnessing talent. It's 1 hour what them talent now push away. While we pick them, it is money that we are going to use to invest into their craft. Once there is money involved, then it cannot be for free, because studio, registration of the label, the money that will go into the branding of the artists, that one videos, one song, one tracks, all these things involves money. Once there is money, there must be a return. Unless the church or you for free. And in this system, online as you can get it anywhere. You can put up the song, it gets online. You look for a return on YouTube. You look for a return on Apple Music. The magazine, you have to bring returns to it. Nobody better or invest a whole lot of money into a business and not get anything. So I think the church, so I don't understand. Now this is it. If the pastor or the church agrees to do the record label, it means the funds is coming from the church. Now, if the return is not back during the business, the church should feel the effect.
Okay.
That should be the point.
Okay.
If I'm in the church, I'm contributing to a record label. I mean, there will be a Sunday, be a Pastor Mekado, let's all support the record label. Maybe I give 1,000. Then I give 1,000. Then there is an artist who's doing well out there. Artist Celeste Brown. She's doing very well. Okay, we are seeing that she's moving up. She's playing more shows. So what is the effect? What's the effect on the church? If the people begin to see the effect on the church, then it will be easy for them to say, okay, then this group, we're going to support it. But when the effect or the revenue is skewed to one person, and now it's just helping one person, one side of the conversation, and I don't know what's assembly about. So that's what I'm saying, that it will be very important that the church can be the brain behind the record label, but they can separate the powers and allow the professionals to work on it. Than they're 1 hour the hood. And that's the problem, because churches have schools. Will be complain, Mama tight, I pay offering. I do this. And when everybody was into a huge amount of fees. But you see, these things, the church members, pastors now, can explain to them. And listen, school now, the money that comes, and this church, this is the money which you understand. Once there's an accountability, or as is Ghanaian, or the returns now, people will love to contribute. The problem is that most churches do not want to be accountable.
Ono yampa. ono yampa.
Once they agree, they are accountable to the people. People, I'm telling you, there are people in the church who want to support. There are people who open the want them as it. But was this Kaba or who she artists now? Maybe artists no investments no. So how would he contribute again?
How would
Once there
he
is an accountability on the
contribute
part
again?
Good. It makes it very easy for people to support it and even the church to pick it up.
Obi.
Yes, yes.
Ezi mo book appointments wa ha mo bia hu de me book unti samba. No obi ehu da wo namba. Mpocha nya me adom edwoda. Me here wa ha monom to have a part 2 of this conversation because them conversation you hear papa. So I'll have you here on Monday. Obi.
I'll be there.
Mpocha Madasi P. Nyami insure de joining in on this discussion. Salasi, this question goes to the two of you. But me pede what the 1 minute pay was the answer, mom, so that we can talk about one on your man sana yako. Obi wakasa wakansempi. But then don't you think there? I mean, now you na ye wa chapel kwel. Wa set ihu e be na ye wa chapel nya ye tonyum. Wa set record label. Wa set record label. Wa sign when e be ni. I mean on wage. Don't you think that people would feel that because they are members of the church and they also sing, they are also
qualified
to be signed onto the record label? In just 1 minute.
I think that not everybody should qualify to be on the record label. It's OBK is a business on its own. Sometimes the fact that you can sing in church doesn't mean that you are ready for the market. You have to really learn yourself how ready you are, prepared spiritually, physically. A bit matonium, but you come to an interview and how you even speak, you project yourself. You are not ready for the business aspect that comes with it. Maybe you are very spiritually sound and spiritually minded when it comes to the confines of your church because you have been there and they know how you operate. But you are going out into the world, you should be really girded up. How you carry yourself, or about branding, how you speak to the public, how people perceive you to be. All these things come and it falls under the business of the craft that you are under. You'd really have to prepare yourself. Otherwise,
I expect that you be signed.
Take your time. It's no rush. Voice, God will not take it soon.
Hetty, the same question, 1 minute.
Absolutely. I think nobody wants to do a business without first analyzing their obenyefi business. And I don't think so be pursue business or a boka. Into say yan signing on. I think that there's something you need a little bit more work to be signed onto the record label. But then Mrs. Takano, a lot goes into the business aspects of this thing that we do compared to just the singing. The singing is just a thing like standing on stage is just about like 5%. Because on the background, and all the stuff, putting everything together into Ujinahua, they know that it's a full package. And once money is being invested, the record label also expect some form of return. It's a one marketable on every face, and then they know what they want to pitch to the audience, or target audience. All those things have to be well aligned. And Sana, Oma signing on. So I don't think anybody should take offense if you are not selected for those purposes. Yeah.
Like I said, there will be a part 2 of this conversation because questions not also time and only home. Next week, Monday, so next Monday, we're definitely going to have Obi Nate here. We're going to have Nino here, and definitely a Benya artist, the Krane Bienibiakahu. Na yes, a part 2 of this conversation. Yes, Abraham. Hetty, when your man promote says you're the title you're busy.
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai.
Yeah.
Adonai.
Thank
you for the support. We're in this together. So.
You're in it together.
Yes.
She's a wonderful person. She's somebody I know I can call on at any minute, any second, and she would run to me.
Wow.
I so love her.
Thank you.
I love her.
Thank you.
El Shaddai. I don't know motivate El Shaddai.
So pretty much it talks about how awesome God is, like the supremacy of God.
Okay.
Now it's more of Imrani. He's El Shaddai, he's Elohim, he's our provider. So that's pretty much about the song. Actually, may release another one after this, which is a featured song with Akesi Brimpong that says Yes Lord. Two Nuna, I say may vibe together, but I'm also working on another one. I say like Neman, I will prepare myself for record label. No, Say a ban never qualify.
Then you should get on it. It's and you have platforms now.
All digital platforms, so Apple Music, Spotify, baby, and a videos and so I my YouTube channel. All call Hetikoji across all platforms. Koji ni is CORGIE.
CORGIE.
Yes.
Koji. Yes. And then the spelling of Hetty
is HERTY.
TY. Yes. Just a normal spelling of Hetty.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
And you know, as Mbranyes and as friend.
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai. And you more to them, no, ya name you Jahon. And you more to them, no. Ma okanyanko ponekasi.
Yes.
You know, when you're praying, another just the worship moments, and ekanyanko ponekasi, that is when God comes down.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And there is no need to even ask for anything.
Yes.
Just worship and then go.
Yes.
And everything will be done.
Yes.
Just worship and go.
Yes.
El Shaddai. Making sure that Echo stream El Shaddai is in, don't forget Hetty Koji on all digital platforms. Area Echo YouTube, you will get the video. I mean, I am pay YouTube no, because I'll get the video and then I'll get the subtitles. No, so me too much words into YouTube. They means grow cry. Salasi, what's the new one? Quickly, but time ask.
Dana me release a new song. Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
Yes.
On their performing. Oh, okay.
That's
on also all the digital
available
platforms.
Everywhere.
Do I have a video?
Yes, I just sent it to you.
Oh, mpocho you post that. Na ya obo.
Na promote some.
And then time had they we really credit you. Where you may feel. Where you may feel. Pocho title review.
Pocho, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. Of course, it's El Shaddai we are. Nothing is impossible. There is nothing impossible for the Most High God. Say enyim. No, in fact, he still does it for you. Wow, today I had Selassie Brown, I had Hetty Koji, and I had Obi Nate joining us on Zoom. Madam Honasi P. Nyame Adoma Ochina Yebasansi Yeshia is in Abagai Guy Macron.